Welcome back to Everything in Between. Today I have one of my very best friends, Nat Taba. And Nat is the co-founder of Alchemy Sports RX, top-rated sports physical therapy and performance training in Miami and Davie. Welcome.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here.
I'm excited to have you. So I've been wanting to bring Nat on for quite some time, just so that you all know me a little bit better. We've known each other, what, like 15 years?
Yes.
15 years? We don't have to get into the backstory, but we found each other, we kept each other, and I would say that she's probably one of my top role models as far as friends go, or really anyone in my life, which I've expressed to you many, many times, in every aspect, whether it comes to business, it comes to marriage, being an actual friend, being a friend that's like family, ambition, physique, everything under the sun. You know how I feel, you absolutely have it, and I'd love to gravitate and be around it. So super excited to have you on what's very important to me, which is everything in between. We talk about obviously our heart, our mind, our body, and our soul, and you encompass all of those things, I think, beautifully. So welcome.
Thank you, Kiki. You make me cry.
You've built something really special. I think your life in general is wonderful, which we'll get into, but we are going to talk about business, right? Because you've done it and you've done it extremely well. So they have developed a business that is surrounded by really helping people, helping them flourish within their careers physically. And I think that ties into the mental side of it as well. Mm-hmm. Now, when you initially created Alchemy, right, what was the vision and how different is the company today from what you originally imagined it would be?
Okay. Mm-hmm. So we were formerly a different company, mm-hmm. and we rebranded about 3.5 years ago. I think that what we really set out to do was to set ourselves extremely apart from the regular physical therapy that's out there.
Right.
We wanted to show everyone that if you want to treasure your body, you can really do so with our team, do so with being very committed to physical therapy. And it is, you talked about mental, it's absolutely mental, right? You have to want it, and you have to be really about getting better. We're not just physical therapy, we're above that. People come to us for maintenance physical therapy. So you've come past your injury, you're now there to really flourish and to maintain your body and be physically active for all the lives. So for us, it's more about longevity, right? We also have a performance division. So after you graduate from your physical therapy, you can go and start your performance or training for whatever the goals are. And it doesn't matter what your goal is, we're going to be there with you. So I would say, like, one of the things that sets us apart is we're not just there to fix your injury, but we're there to be a partner in your wellness journey for longevity.
I think that's huge, because when I think physical therapy, it's like, oh, this person got in a car accident and now they're going to do physical therapy, or something's just bothering them at the moment, which is how I've treated, as you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Or I'll be like, it'll flare up. So I'm guilty of that as well, right? It'll flare up. I'll call you. It'll be okay for a bit. I'll stop going, and then it comes back.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think that y'all are very different in that way. I think that you also took it to another level. I remember when you initially were going to be starting the business, right? We had conversations about you getting rid of your very well-paid, right, job. Your very comfortable lives. You're traveling. You were accustomed to a certain type of living, and that's super scary, right? When you try to jump and follow someone's dream, because I think obviously Reef at the time came to you with this idea, right?
Yeah.
So talk to us a little bit about how that first conversation went.
Okay, well, let's back it up a little bit, because I feel like the beginning of this idea happened when we first met.
Really?
And we always said we wanted to do something in fitness together. We were both fitness models working for a supplement company, and we loved everything to do with fitness. In my mind, I was in my marketing career already, but I was going to open a kettlebell gym. That's what I wanted to do.
Okay.
That was back, when I met Sharif.
Uh-huh.
And so for us, we are big manifestors.
Right.
And if we want something, it's going to happen.
Okay.
So when we talked about how Alchemy, right? So like when we talk about this new company and how it was going to be, For us, it was so easy. It didn't take any effort. We just wrote out everything that we wanted, the expectations of the team that would serve our clientele, the fact that we wanted to be luxury. I think a lot of that came from my background. I worked on different luxury brands in the alcohol industry.
Sure.
And so it was all that I knew, and it was all that I surrounded myself with. And so I wanted the physical therapy clinic to look not like a clinic, but like an amazing facility, a sports facility,
Right.
but with a classy, elegant edge.
Right.
And I feel like the senses are so important when we're going anywhere. I think you know this from coming over my house.
Yeah.
I feel like, scents are important, how things look. Is it immaculate? Does everything look new? And then obviously the interactions that you have with our team members as well. Are they buttoned up? Do they know what they're talking about? Do they care about you and genuinely care, right? So these are all the things, like for us, it was just so easy to write out everything. And we did. We spent many times we love going and going to restaurants or going to cafes and or going for long walks and just talking and talking. And, it's one of the things that really elevates us and brings us closer together. I love working with him.
That's awesome. And it's 100% true. And it's such an interesting mix, right? Physical therapy and how people would think of it traditionally versus what you've built, and then tying in luxury. And some people are like, luxury, right? It's physical therapy. And I think it's an experience, right? It's all around everything that they're experiencing when they come to you. It's top notch, including the service that you provide and the people that you bring on. I think that also ties to a conversation that, because Sharif talks about it too, right? He's super passionate about it. And he'll be like, look, there's a ton of people that want to come work with us, right? And not to knock the people that are getting into the field, and they can say, hey, I have this certificate or I've done this, and it's not enough. You want people that I think don't have ego, that are willing to learn, but that are also, for lack of a better word, just badasses in their, in that field and in that science, right? And that artistry that you do. Yeah, because it's very different. I think from what I've seen, from what everyone has seen, he is not a regular orthodox, PT. So amazing. Now, I do have questions. So let's see here. What would you say is the biggest leadership mistake you've made, and how did it change the way you manage the people that you work with today?
Okay, that is a loaded question. Okay, well, I would say the biggest leadership mistake is thinking that everyone thinks the way that I do.
Yeah.
That is number one. I've made lots of, bad choices in the past. I think every leader does. And you keep evolving. And, I will say this, I'm not perfect today either, but I will do everything in my power to keep evolving and keep learning. You can take leadership courses, you can read books, you can see what it is that you like about mentors that you have had.
Right.
And even the mentors that I've had that I look up to, that I worked so hard for, maybe there were things that you start mimicking in them, which are not necessarily positive, right?
Okay.
But you can't help yourself because you look up to them so much that you're like, if that's what they're doing, then maybe that's what I need to do. And then it takes a couple of years to be like, actually, that wasn't the right approach, right? And I think right now, everything has changed so much that I catch myself being way more compassionate and thinking about people and what they need in order for them to be happy in their own lives. Right. Because if they're not happy in their own lives, they're never going to perform well in our company.
Right.
And I also think, because I know you said one thing, but I can't help it.
Oh, please.
The other part of being a good leader is figuring out who the right people are to come into your company as well. If they don't have the same passion that you do, because I always feel some kind of way with you.
Yeah.
But if they have the same passion and they see where we're going and they, they live it, they breathe it, you're going to then be able to be aligned.
Right.
And I would say the most difficult decision is figuring out this isn't working. You're great. It's nothing to do with personal. This just isn't working. You're not a good culture fit, and we need to move into either change the position, right? Because maybe they're just not a good fit for that position.
Wow.
Maybe they're a fit for another position within the company, or because I move in a different direction.
Right.
And that is so tough for me because you know me personally.
Yeah.
And I am, a different way when I'm your boss. But for me, my heartstrings start pulling.
Right.
And so that's where that decision gets really, really hard.
Yeah. I that my business is, it's a baby compared to y'all's business right now. But that is, I would say, really early on, you learn very quickly that it's such a big part of it. It's the biggest part of it because you can't do everything by yourself.
Yeah,
right?
No, you cannot.
So trusting people to be able to come in and fit in with the culture and have the same vision and like ride or die for the brand, right?
Yeah.
Well,
yep.
It's hard. It's super hard to find that. So especially because we are the way that we are and we're so particular about how we work and how we move within our business. We expect, like you said, people to do the same things, which it's not realistic, but they may have strengths that we don't, right?
Yeah.
We have to so.
No, absolutely. And I will say this, I think that people have to be honest with themselves as to, and I think that a lot of people don't really know what they want or how they want or what they're capable of. So I think they have to be honest with themselves before they go into any role and say, am I aligned with this? Because I was offered many different positions in my career.
Right.
And I turned things down because, for example, I wasn't aligned with the brand. And I felt like I would never drink the brand. I would never be aligned with the brand. Right. And therefore, how could I possibly put my all in it as well?
Like push it, believe in it.
Yeah.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I like that. All right. Now, this ties into it. Many business owners struggle to scale because they can't let go of control. How did you learn to delegate and trust others with your vision?
Oof. Okay, another great one. You know what? I'm still developing this, to be honest with you, but I will say that I've made big strides this year, and you've got to delegate to elevate. It's something that I learned from our business mentor, and if you don't do that, it's been made very clear to me, you will always stay in the same position. And so I think there are times when you just want to take it on, but instead you have to take the extra time to sit down calmly and explain, why maybe something was wrong and explain the why. For me, I will always explain the why. And I always tell people, this is going to be a little bit of a lengthy meeting because I want you to come out of this so that next time we don't have any problems and you're super good.
Yeah.
Giving clear direction, right, is another key one. And when you're new in a role or you create something new, you're going to have to tell that person, give me some grace, right? I don't know everything.
Right.
You're going to build this with me. That's how you know you have a champion person with you.
Right.
Because if they can't handle that and they can't move with you, then they aren't the right fit.
Yeah, I think that's important too, because if somebody is scared to make mistakes, then they're going to continue making them. And if the person that is telling them that they're making a mistake isn't telling them why they're making the mistake and how they can do it better, they're walking on eggshells. Right?
Yep.
So that doesn't make for a healthy business environment.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, your brand has become incredibly recognizable, but marketing strategies had the biggest impact on your growth, and which ones turned out to be a waste of time and money?
I am in that right now. So, honestly, Kiki, you're not going to believe this, but it's not like we do a ton of marketing. We have built this on word of mouth.
Yeah.
That is our biggest, what people are saying about us. Then obviously with the clientele that we have, we work with a lot of professional athletes across NFL, MLB. We've even had FIFA soccer players come from Colombia to come and work with us. So they also talk amongst themselves. We're very well known with the NFL teams, agents. And so that's really brought a lot of our professional athlete clientele.
Right.
But again, it's about the work that you do.
Right.
The work that you do will speak for itself if it's good. But as far as what has been a waste of time, I feel like we just need to keep testing, but Facebook and Instagram ads hasn't yielded what we thought it would yield.
Right.
But right now, I'm actually in this massive moment of we are going to figure the next step out because we do want to continue growing. And stay tuned on this. And if you have something to help me out with, please come. If anybody's out there listening that can help me, come on.
That's fantastic. This is a massive, it's a massive business that you've built, right? And you guys have tremendous success, and you're still trying to find ways to expand, right, and scale it. So I think that's important too. Is never being settled in what you think is the top tier, because it can continue to go from there, right?
If there's anything about Sharif and I, we do not settle. We're always looking to what can we do next, in life and in business.
Of the people that I know, I think you are probably the most competitive. Jose's up there. He's
definitely up there.
You and Sharif you are gung-ho.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. Now, what separates the people who dream about building something great from the people who actually do it?
Being fearless, 100%. Trusting your gut. Otherwise, what are we doing?
Mm-hmm.
And really believing in your dream, right? I'm sure you've read, I know you have, The Secret, the manifestation of what... Yes. I think if people aren't dreamers, then they're not going to get to that level.
Yeah.
And then lastly, you can dream all you want, but if you're not willing to put the work in,
action,
you're never going to succeed.
Yeah. And continue. And I think that's the other thing too, is you have to be passionate about it, because owning a business is like getting run over by a car and then you reverse. And then you're like, oh, this is fantastic. Look at this beautiful countryside.
Right.
And then you fall off the building or the mountain. And then at the bottom of it, deers run over you.
Yeah.
But then there's these beautiful valleys and rivers and everything else that
are far over there. You just still have to get there.
But and that's what gets you through that part of it, right?
Yeah.
Remembering why you started it, seeing how far you've come, seeing the people that I think that you've gained along the way too. I think it's beautiful. Owning a business is beautiful. It's a beautiful chaos.
Mm-hmm.
So now, if you had to start over tomorrow with no locations, no brand recognition, and no existing team, what would be your first 3 moves?
Well, I did that 3.5 years ago. Well, I guess no location. Okay, fine. But a lot of that, had to be completely redone. I think it start with the basics, right? Does the location look how you want it to look? Training your team. You have to spend an immense amount of time on each team member, making sure that you are able to successfully help a client, make them feel passionate about their own physical therapy or their training.
Right.
And that takes a lot of commitment to make sure that the team, knows what to offer, when to offer. One of our core values is clients first.
Right.
And so sometimes, we do have to revisit, how do we put clients first in every stage of their journey with us? So I would say training is number 1. Right. Without that, you can't move forward.
Right.
And then I would definitely say find a good marketing team as well.
Okay.
Because in that instance, you need the marketing when you're starting from scratch.
Yeah. So let me ask you that. So when you say marketing, a good marketing team, does that tie into marketing for when you're trying to bring new hires on and having knowing where to find a good pool of people? Or are you referring to marketing as in
bringing business in
your business, business development?
Yeah, bringing business in.
Okay. All right. So I know you've dabbled. So let's see. I actually had one, because as we are both married and in business, we know how wonderful that can be. And I do mean that. It is wonderful, but it is also challenging. Yep. So give me 1 second.
This should be good.
Building a company with your husband sounds amazing, but also challenging. How have you protected your marriage while growing a business together?
Okay, so remember back when I said I love working with my husband? So honestly, so many people, when they find out that we work together, ask us, how the hell do you guys work together? I couldn't. I can't tell you the amount of people that say that.
Yeah.
I'm really lucky, Kiki. I found the love of my life. he is my perfect partner in life, in love, and in business. I don't know, we just do it. We vibe, and we're just so ambitious. We're literally the same person. Yeah. Let me tell you something really, really scary. So we had to take it's like a personality test, if you like, and it's something that we do with all of our team members. And I will be completely different. We ended up being the exact same architect. It's called an architect.
Wow.
And an architect is someone that can do any role, really, and adapts themselves and can do anything. We both got the exact same profile.
That's crazy.
His was a little different in that his energy goes a little higher with like minutia stuff, and that makes sense. He's the visionary, right? And mine, I can deal with a lot coming my way. I'm like more project management, right? Again, that makes sense. But it was just so crazy. Our mentor couldn't believe it and it was like, I've never seen this before.
I want to see that.
Yeah, it's incredible. I'll send.
Yeah. All right. What does success mean to you today compared to when you both started this journey?
Okay. I would say today, it's right now, success for us in this moment in our lives, is being able to step away and for the company to continue on the great trajectory that it is on right now, and that we build this amazing team and we are on our way there. And, it's beautiful. So we're spending sometimes 6 months out of the year not in the clinic.
Wow.
And being able to do wonderful things. I would love to travel for 6 months, go to my favorite place in the whole wide world, which is Costa Rica, and just be there and still check in and still manage, certain things. But to me, that's success because, as the business goes, it's successful. But now my mind shifted a little bit more into success for my life. I've been so focused on work, on the company for all these years. And before that, on my brands that I was so passionate about that it is now time to focus on us, our lives, and, doing the things that bring us joy, which is traveling and just spending time with each other.
I want to tie that in because it's so interesting to see how wonderful you are all within business, but then like knowing the extracurriculars that you enjoy as well. So Nunez and Sharif have traveled. I can't even count the places that you've traveled to. And that is my ultimate goal as well, is to be able to step away from the business so we can really enjoy each other. Because what are we doing it for? Like, of course, we want to leave a legacy behind. You're building something beautiful. You're building something that helps people. But you have to enjoy your life as well.
Absolutely.
Right? So traveling wise, and I don't know if many people know it, but Sharif also is into photography. Beautiful, amazing photography. I never would have guessed it just looking at him on the outside, right? Obviously, he looks like the PT, the sports, the fitness, and even travel tying into it, but the photography part of it. When did that become a passion for Sharif and you? Because I think it was at different times. Tell me how that rolled out in your life.
Yeah, so as soon as we got married, we for our honeymoon, we went to Africa on safari.
Right.
And we went to Kenya. And he had this massive passion out of nowhere where he wanted to pick up photography and go and take beautiful pictures. I couldn't believe the pictures that were coming out. I was like, wow, okay. Not only did he learn how to use the crazy camera and all the settings, and like it wasn't just like a digital, it had to be the one that you have to, I don't even know all the settings.
Buy it prior or?
So he bought it used.
Okay. Prior to the trip.
Yeah, prior to the trip. And then something about Sharif, which is incredible. And honestly, I wish I had, even 10% of this. He can learn anything like this. Once he sets his mind on something, he really perfects it and will really enjoy learning.
Right.
And he has a brain that just accepts it all. So he was watching YouTubes. He self-taught himself to take photography. He never took a class.
Yeah.
And
intimidated by my iPhone. I don't know what.
Yeah.
Exactly. Sure. So then.
And not only did he do that, but he learned Photoshop as well, and
how to edit them.
Yeah, how to edit them, and Lightroom. And it was incredible. So the whole time we're in Africa, he's taking, the most magnificent photos, and then on the whole way back from Africa, which is a long journey back, he's just zoned in on his computer editing them. It's been a beautiful journey. Now he has a different camera. Now he's like, going from wanting to do photography on animals to landscape. It's beautiful. It's really, really nice.
Well, you've recently gotten into it as well, no?
A little bit, but not like I take a photo and I look at it, and then I just look at him and I'm like,
you gotta start somewhere.
I know. See, again, I don't have that drive.
You have the patience to teach you.
Oh yeah, he's all about. That's another thing. He's really good at teaching, but it's just so overwhelming, Kiki. I will get there when I have more time. I think it's something that I'm gonna really enjoy as well.
Yeah,
because I will tell you this. I'm the creative behind some of his shots.
Right.
Like I have the eye and all of that. I did do photography in my art college years. I did actually do it. But so he always double checks. Like I feel like I'm the producer behind the scenes,
right? And
I like that. I like that.
That's good. Okay. All right. So just the fun parts of Nat and Sharif, their side adventures. So let's name a few. Let's say you've been to Africa. Name 10. I know you can name 10. Name 10 places you've been to.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's see. Well, Hawaii,
okay.
and in Hawaii we went to Maui and Kauai.
Okay.
Africa, we've been to Kenya, Uganda, and let's see. Why am I? One is escaping me right now, but whatever. Costa Rica, we've been to like 10 times.
Mm-hmm.
Let's think, where else? Obviously Europe, but I'm from England, so
yeah, but that counts.
London, England, France, Spain, Thailand, the Philippines.
Where did you just go?
Bali
with the penguins.
Just now. Oh yes. Oh my gosh.
And
now it's escaping me. Galapagos. Yes.
They also dive. They do everything. Everything. They do everything. It's fantastic.
This is what we live for. This is it. Like traveling for us is everything. We're actually currently planning a trip to Tahiti.
Wow.
To go swim with humpback whales.
Wow.
So if there's nature, adrenaline, some kind of adventure, we're there.
That's all three.
Yeah, it needs to meet the criteria.
Wild. So, the adventurous life of Nat and Reef, that'll be the next. That's a whole podcast in itself. You just go through all of the different things that you've done. So, when people talk about your success 20 years from now, what do you hope that they say about you and Reef, what you've built, and not just on the business, but the legacy that you've left behind?
Okay. I would say, and even that we lived our lives to the max. That there was nothing left on that bucket list, which, that's what I want, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of that comes from me losing people early on in my life. I know how precious life is. Yeah. I know that it can be taken away at any moment. And so because of that, I am going to YOLO. I say it all the time. And, as far as the business, I truly hope that we, 20 years from now, that we have like an empire, that is helping wellness, longevity. Maybe there'll be another part of it because right now it's, physical therapy and performance training, but maybe there is like a bigger piece of longevity in there. I really believe that is the key to living a healthy and happy life. And so that for me would be our legacy.
Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I think that you taught me something really important. And it was interesting to see because like you mentioned, you lost people that you cared about early on in your life. And I think it was around your wedding that you told me because of the very little family that I do have, which is I think at the time that you were close to just your cousin, right? That are still here today. You said, because of the people that I've lost in my life, the people that I choose to keep in my life, once I grab them, I hold on to them and I keep them forever. And for someone that has lost people and has grown up in that way, it can go in a different direction where people are scared of losing people. And you chose the route of just being selective of the people that you keep around you. And I just want to tell you that you are the diamond in the rough of what this world has to offer as far as friends and mentorship and everything. And I love you to death.
Love you too, honey.
I have you.
Same with you.
So that wraps it up. So we will see you on the next one.